Okay, so today we're going to work on this part, the lower part of the water lily. And I have here burnt umber, pink. I have rose pink that I have been using with Liquitex Basics, but you could use any pink you have or make your own pink using Alizarin Crimson and white or cadmium red and white. Sometimes I mix cadmium red light and a bit of Alizarin Crimson and I add white to it, and it's a beautiful combination. Or any quinacrid and white pink you have. Alizarin Crimson, yellow ochre, and ultramarine violet. So I'm going to work on this one here, this side, right hand side. And these are kind of they have quite a bit of white and also purple and pink. So I'm going to take my ultramarine violet and I'm going to put in it a bit of yellow ochre to tone it down, because it's quite usually ultramarine violet is too purplish, too purple, like a bit too purple. It's not like nature purple. So I'm just toning it down, making it more earthy with a bit of yellow ochre. And the reason I put yellow ochre with this, because yellow and purple are opposite each other on the color wheel. So they're complementary colors. They will gray each other. Okay, it's good. A little bit more white. We don't need to go too dark. I'm going to start with the bottom part because it's a bit darker. Especially the back of this right here. And the back of that one here. And while I am doing this, I'm going to take a little bit of pink. Mix it with the purple and add it here. Now, let's take more of the light purple. We're going to add white to this, but I don't like to use white on its own. Although, I mean, in this picture, it looks like it's really, really white. It's like there's a strong light on this one here. Still, I'd rather not use white by itself because it's flat and stark. So I usually put a layer of something, some kind of color underneath. While this is drying, I'm going to add a bit of this purple that I'm using on this one here, on the left one, left hand side. And this one it's darker, so I'm going to take more of the ultramarine violet and yellow ochre A little bit of white. I know I have to keep in mind that this is going to dry darker.
Sorry, I had to answer a phone call if you were calling me.
No problem. Do you need me to repeat? Should I repeat what I said? Or are you okay? Susan, are you okay with following right now?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Apparently she can't hear us. Technical problem. Now I'm going to come here at this point, right there, right here. I'm using Ultramarine Violet with white and yellow ochre. And what I'm going to do is I'll go down with this. I'll just kind of paint this going down this way. And I'm going to take again some pink, mix it with same mixture of Ultramarine Violet and add it on top. And then I'll come back and highlight. So this way you can see a bit of that pink as well. Okay. Wash my brush. We're going to do the same thing we did. Same colors. Ultramarine Violet, bit of yellow ochre and white. And let's paint this part. You see, when you add yellow to your purple, it makes it more like a gray, earthy color. Now I'm going to take a little bit more white and put it in that mixture. Same mixture I'm using. And I'm going to paint this part. With a light purple. I'm going to go in this purple a bit with white, same white, purple, and I'm going to push this purple into that mixture of, or light purple into the mixture of the mid-tone purple, And I'm going to come here, give this a little bit of a highlight. Take a bit of pink, put it in, just for variation, so it's not the same color everywhere. Even if it doesn't look like this in the reference. Okay. I'm cleaning my brush again, and I'm going to pick up white, put it anywhere in the mixture that we're working with. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter what, you know, which color you're mixing it with. So all we want to do is paint the side of this water lily, highlight it, and the top again. So what I did when I worked on this and started highlighting this part is I put a layer of Ultramarine Violet mixed with yellow ochre and white. Then I added a bit of pink with the same mixture right here. And then I came back and I highlighted part. So I ended up with this, the first layer, this part. You can see the whole thing right there. The first layer was this color all over. Then I come back and I highlight the same color lighter, and I paint the rest of the petal, but I don't go over this part, and that becomes the shadow of this leaf because it's folding out. Now I on mine I have it folding out more than what you see in the reference, but it's fine. It looks, as long as it looks good, it's fine. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Just adjust the highlight a little bit on this side, on the left side, because it's really strong here, the highlight. I'm just going to give it a little bit of more highlight in here. Good. Shall I pause a bit so you can?
Yep.
Yeah? All right, I'll pause. All right, now we're going to take again. So when we mix Ultramarine Violet with yellow, if you want your mixture to look, your color to look purple, and this is the only way to find out, is to add white. Use more purple than yellow. Yellow is there to tone it down, to tone down the purple, make it more earthy. Okay, so I have this mixture. It doesn't have to be exactly the same like the one before, because I'm going to add a lot of white in here now. I'm going to take white, more white, because I don't like to use white by itself, just white, unless it's a small amount. Okay, this is good. It looks white on the screen. It's not. It has purple in it, but small amount of purple. You can see the hint of purple in there. I'm going to put water so it's not thick. My paint is not too thick. So when it dries more like a, not transparent, but there has a bit of transparency. So it takes on the color underneath. And you will see more purple. I should change my glasses because that's why I can't see. Okay, now I can see. Okay, right. Now I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start highlighting. Sometimes, also in the reference, it looks like it's light top to bottom. We don't have to follow exactly what we see. Usually if it's light on top here, it will have to be darker at the bottom, a little bit darker. Let's take a bit of pink. It's too white. I'm going to add pink to this. Shouldn't be adding it right now because I know it's going to. That's better. Much better. There's a little bit of pink in here now. Okay. I'm going to highlight this one here, and then after I will work on this part, the one in the back, because right now it's really dark. But before I do this, I'm going to work on this and the one in the front. Highlight this because I can compare it to the one behind it. Take some purple, put it in the white part, because acrylic dries darker, so I'm always adjusting the values, especially when the paint is dry. So this one here, the part in front, it is a bit darker on top and on the side this way here. Sometimes, if I go exactly by what I see in the reference, it's not because I want to do that. I want to do exactly what I see. It's just because sometimes it helps getting the shape I want and the value. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit more white and put it here. White mixed with purple. And just highlight the top part of that big one. And I'm going to do the same. Highlight the top part of this one. And actually close it. I'll show you what I mean close close this part. It's open. It's too open. Here, I'm going to close it this way using darker. A little bit of dark purple again. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit of more white mixed with purple and give this one here a highlight. And I'm going to change the shape of this one here. Push it into behind that one here. And I'll explain in a minute. As soon as I get it. There. Overlap. So overlap this one here with this one in front. Yeah, that's better. Much, much better than before.
I don't quite see what you're doing. Which
okay,
one?
I'll show you.
Front.
I'll show you. I'm going to darken it so you can see it. And then this way you can... okay, so this petal here in the center was behind a big one right there. I had it behind it, you know, like I had it this way. I'll put white again and you'll see. I had it this way.
Yes.
I just pushed it back out, you know, but you don't have to. I did it just to see how it will look, but you really don't have to. So I instead of having these two wrap around the center one, I pushed this one out, that one, but ignore it if you don't really have to. Here, I'll just make it softer here, and then I can add white and ignore the whole thing. Ignore me. Here, that's fine. That looks good too. Sometimes I do this just to see how it will look. Now I'm adding a little bit more white on these ones because there's like quite a bit of white in the reference, and that's what's making this this water lily in the front look stunning, and it looks like it's the main subject in this painting. Is just a light that's on it. Has a beautiful light on it. All right, here we go. Okay, let's mix this softly. So I'm putting a really strong white and then I'm mixing part of it in the rest of the water lilies. Again, right here. Just trying to highlight this really well, but just the top, not the whole thing. If you highlight the whole petal, it will look like it's flat. Just the top part. That's all I'm doing right here. Highlighting the top part. Okay. I'm going to highlight a little bit again. It's white, but it has purple in it. I'm going to highlight this part. Top part. Because light hits any area that is high. So it doesn't make sense to push the light down as well, all the way down. Okay, good. Let's move on to the one on the left. This one has, it's darker, so I'm going to bring in more purple. Touch of yellow. Okay. Pink. Pink with purple. Down here. All right, now clean my brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of white and purple here. Just a touch. And I'm going to highlight this beautiful edge. All right, let's see, put more Ultramarine Violet. I'm darkening a little bit. I'm going to darken this part a little bit to look like it's turning in, like it's an kind of like a cup in there. That's good. That's good. All right, not much to do here. It's good enough right now. Putting white in the purple and giving this part a little bit of a highlight because the light is hitting this part and it hits as well the lower part of this petal. There. All right, next is going to be those three little ones here, but they will be in a different color. So I'm going to pause and then we'll come back to the lower part. All right, now we're going to work on these three at the bottom. With these three, we're going to have a bit of purple in there, but mostly alizarin crimson and pink. And with this alizarin crimson, I'm going to add, I could put yellow again to make it earthy, or, which I will do actually, and a bit of, also a little bit of burnt umber for darks. So when I use, this is alizarin crimson by itself, and this is with yellow ochre, a little bit of yellow ochre. It becomes kind of like earthy, not orange, but not as pink. So it's easier, it's nicer to work with, especially when you put white. So it looks a little bit more earthy.
Alizarin Crimson and yellow ochre, right?
Yeah, a little bit of yellow ochre. Yeah, a little bit of yellow ochre. And now I'm going to take a tiny bit of burnt umber, put it on the side, right here, right there. So burnt umber, I'm mixing it with alizarin crimson that has yellow ochre and white, not too much white, not yet, and burnt umber on this side here. Burnt umber mixed with this one here, but I just had it, I'm mixing it on the side, so it's not, so I still have a bit of that main mixture of alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, and white over here. Now I'm going to start with this part. Bring it down. Let's take a tiny bit more of burnt umber, put it in that same mixture of burnt umber, alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, and white. More. Let's put some here. Top part. Now, I'm going to do the same with the outer part of this one here. not the inner part, out. Okay. Again. No, actually no. That's it. Take more burnt umber and add it here on this side. A little bit, not much. Even if you can't see it, that's fine. All right, now I can take white and add it to this part of the Alizarin Crimson and Yellow Ochre, the mid-tone one. So I'm highlighting it more. There. Perfect. All right. Let's do the inside. You can see how pink this is. To tone it down a bit, I'm going to use a little bit of burnt umber in here on the side. Keep most of it clean. I mean, I should wait for it to dry, because this way I'm going to lift the color. I'll wait for it to dry. Meanwhile, I'll do this one here. This one. I'm going to start highlighting more, taking more white into the pink. So I'm going now to add a tiny bit of brown into this nice mixture of purple, or I mean pink. Margaret, we're using, you just joined again, just to let you know what we're using. We're using Alizarin Crimson, Yellow Ochre, and White. And some burnt umber. I think she has problems with her internet. She's frozen.
Did I have it here?
You got it? You're having problems with your internet?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
I could
working
tell.
downstairs, but as soon as I go upstairs, you freeze.
Yeah.
I might have to catch the recording. Let's try it one more time.
Sure. I added a bit of burnt umber, just pure burnt umber, right here, right there, and I'm mixing it with the pink. That's the shadow of this leaf, of the white leaf right there. Okay, now let's go back and soften this and highlight it more. Okay. there's a lot more light right here. But then as soon as this leaf starts to fold, you will get less light. So meaning that I'm going to do it again, one more time. There's more light right here because that's open. It's an open leaf and it's exposed to the light. But then you have from here to here, the value becomes darker. So it's not light all the way. It's only light right here. And then darker. Okay, good. Let's do a little bit here, just a bit of highlight right there. No, not the whole thing. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt umber with pink and darken over here. Right. Again, let's take this medium tone mixture of Alizarin Crimson, yellow ochre, white, and a bit of brown in here as well. And then let's highlight this part. More brown into, yeah, put a little bit more brown here. Brown and alizarin. This is a dark area right there, so we can do that. I like the darkness of this part, like more of a brown red. And a bit of highlight. Let's get the right shape. This brush is not good. Let's take another one. Pick up color again. It's lighter. And I'm going to have a thin line of highlight. I'm using the tip of the round brush, the tip. That's why I'm getting a thin line. That's burnt umber with a bit of pink in it. Not pink, alizarin, I mean. That's just going to blend a bit of the dark color in here. All right. Let's blend some mid-tone. So we get a thin, a very nice kind of blending transition of color. This earth tone, the only reason I'm doing earth tones, I'm following this because it tones down the strong colors in this painting. If we put just pink and purple without making it earthy, it doesn't look, it looks too much, too strong. Okay. It's good to blend when the two colors are wet. It's easier to blend. Right now we have one more and we're done with the flower. My God, it makes a big difference with the pink. It's so beautiful. All right, let's do this one here. Just Alizarin Crimson, whatever colors I have in there, and Alizarin Crimson, yellow ochre in white, and I'm just going to put the color in here. Beautiful. Okay. Not too much detail on this one here. It doesn't, we don't have to work too much on it. We'll just put some highlights and leave it. Sorry, I have to turn it around for a minute so I can get a good edge here. Let's take a bit of purple into that mixture of Alizarin Crimson, yellow ochre, and white. A little bit of purple in here. And give this part a little bit more of a purple mixed with more purple mixed with pink, because this petal is casting a shadow over that one here, over this. So to show that it's casting a shadow over it, I'm using purple mixed with some of the pink. And what I'll do again after is I will highlight the tip of this petal using same mixture we were using, adding a little bit more white in it, and then just give this one here there. we're done for today. There we go. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause. Right. So we're done with this flower or this part. Next week, we'll start working on the hanging leaves in the background.